Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 2nd to the 8th of July 2018. We have a wonderful aspect all week which is growing in strength, and that is a grand trine in the water signs. So this means that 3 planets, this time the Sun, Jupiter and Neptune, are all in grand harmony with each other in the signs of Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So the water signs are all about dissolving, they're all about surrendering and tuning in with our inner emotional, cellular intelligence rather than leading with the rational brain. So the Sun in Cancer calls us into those cells, into that knowledge, into the wisdom within, to reconnect with every cell in our body, reconnect with that inner wisdom and sovereignty. Jupiter retrograde in Scorpio is digging around in the deep subconscious waters, bringing things up for clearing and healing. And Neptune retrograde in Pisces is helping us connect more with our intuition and our soul knowing. So we have this beautiful harmony all week. And what I've been noticing is that many of my clients are feeling lost, feeling like they don't know where they're going. And this is very much because we are taught in the modern world to lead with the rational brain, to have a linear plan forwards and to make progress every day. And yet time doesn't work like that. Time works in spirals. So this summer is all about not having a linear plan, not having to know where we're going, because unless we know ourselves, we can't actually get to our true destination. If we keep trying and pushing, even if we succeeded, we'd end up somewhere where we didn't want to be, or somewhere that's too small for us, or just working from an old plan. But more likely, the things that we try to push forwards for will just reach blocks and delays. So with all this energy in water, can you relax? Can you surrender? Can you not know? Can you be okay with confusion? Turning the mind off slightly, pausing long enough to really tune in and connect with the real you today. Because by doing this, we're recentering. By recentering, we're then sending out the energy that will modulate back to us the opportunities, the meetings, the ideas that are big enough, that are relevant and aligned with our true self. So we start to feel this energy coming in, and by Monday we have the moon joining in as well. So surrender and listen would be the best advice I could give you for this. Maybe go back to when you were younger, before all the planning, all the story, all the narrative sedimented in place. Just go back to a sense of simplicity. What are your real soul desires? How would you like to be living? What is the best expression of you? And where can you put your energy to maximum effect? So by Wednesday, if we really swim around in these waters, it feels like a baptism, like a heart opening, to embrace purity and allow some time to reconnect with our dreams and to build from our imagination. Then by Thursday we have one of the most golden days, which is when the Sun makes an exact trine, an exact harmonic with Jupiter. So this is both dreamy yet powerful. I don't think we realise sometimes the power of our imagination. And we let go of the restrictions and the barriers. We look at potential and pure possibility. This is where we manifest from. So when we connect with our pure spirit, then those reasons why not, those difficulties start to dissolve away. We can just hold ourselves in that space, especially on Thursday, because this is exactly what will be creating the plan that we can act upon by September, October. Things get even deeper by Friday as the Sun aligns with Sirius. This is the annual alignment of the Sun and Sirius, which brings a sense of peace and strength. So if we can let go of all limitation and stand aligned in what's universally true, then we step over this day as a rite of passage and a journey back to self. By the weekend, this has us feeling knowledgeable and powerful, and part of an inevitable tidal wave that's building at this time in the age of Aquarius. We're growing in strength, and you actually came here to be part of the consciousness raising that's going on at this time. So breaking free of the personal story, just having a look at where we're contributing, what we've actually come here to resound, to resonate and to be on a bigger scale. will be the theme of the weekend. So there are new shoots sprouting, there are new ideas, new insights coming in. It's not a complete halt, but we just need to stop long enough to notice the alternatives, to notice different directions, to notice the subtler energies around, be able to appreciate ourselves, our talents, our connections with others, and our dreams, and to see our potential, really, to see how we can make the most of ourselves and then offer that to the world as our contribution. So sometimes not having an outward exterior way forwards can be a bit confusing, but the only direction now is inwards. So there's plenty we can do, but it has to be on the inwards level. It has to be reconnecting with what we truly know and love. So if we see that as active rather than passive, then there's plenty that can be done at this time, instead of seeing that as our lives being interrupted and things not happening. So go into the confusion, go into the feeling, listen into the subtler energies, feel the potential, and explore all possibilities from a place of simple purity. And this, in the long run, will be what's creating your world by the end of the summer, realigned to your true self and able to express that peacefully yet powerfully. To realign with spiral time, I find it's very useful these days to actually work with the lunar calendar. The moon takes a month to go all the way around the zodiac, spending 2.5 days in each sign, and the month starts at the new moon. 2 weeks later goes to full moon, wanes back down to dark moon before the following month's new moon. So because we don't work with this calendar, because we work with the Roman calendar of January, February, etc., with different amount of days in each month, we're taken into a linear or a grid type way of thinking. To break free of this, all you need to do is get a lunar calendar and realign to the natural time. And once we start to apply this to our planning, there's things that we can do on the new moon, things that we can do on the full moon, and a time of deep reflection and release on the dark moon. And that's just the calendar for all of us. We all have our own personal lunar calendar depending on where the moon was when you were born. So once we've tuned into the collective lunar calendar, we can actually then see our own dates of power and apply that to our own chart. So for me, astrology isn't about a personality test. It's not all about the psychology. It's about how we can apply astrology and tune in with that spiral time to learn our own chart and then to start to harness these daily energies as they come up. So if you're interested in that, I have a personal moon reading, an online course which you can do with me one-to-one, and also I'll be teaching how to engage with your moon sign more holistically for health and well-being, and that's on the 20th of July at the Light Centre in Monument. So for any of that, or a one-to-one reading, by the way, I do offer readings in the park in the summer, as well as short readings at garden parties and outdoor events. So please do come and find me at AstroZo on Facebook, at ZoeHines7 on Instagram, Zoe Astro on YouTube, and ZoeHines7 @gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. So those are horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week.